Perfect throw by John Stearns. You just can't do it any better. And it comes with a runner on third who did not break for the plate. Jones takes the pitch. Stearns comes out, makes a perfect throw against Templeton, who has 17 stolen bases. It's picture perfect. And
a line shot. Nice play by Hubie Brooks in time.
Well, the quickness of Hubie Brooks, and it's certainly there, takes an extra base hit away from Salazar. Hubie getting to that ball as it was hit right down the line. And then this throw over to first base to Kingman for the out.
In attendance here tonight, they had a banner and had a little problems with it. So Hubie Brooks, he drops it. Good recovery. And he throws him out. Well, that ball hopped out of his mitt perfectly so they could snag it in midair, and the Padres down one. Gardenhire, Swan, and Wilson in the third. But first, this word from Getty.
It's way back there, and Jones can't take it. It is off the wall. Foster making the turn on his way to third. It'll be close, and Foster is safe. Foster with a 3-base hit. Rupert Jones is on the ground in center field as Foster drills it in the deep center field at the 4 for Foster's first 3-base hit of the year.
He got that ball low. You'll see this wall give as Jones goes into it. Looked like he banged that right elbow. And Foster, you see Foster looking, instead of looking at the coach. George is really not a premier base runner, but he does get in there.
And he'll get the runner in. This will tie it up as he puts it back to deep right center. Might be gone. It is going, and it's out of the park. Goodbye. Ellis Valentine with his 6th 2-run home run and his 7th home run of the year, and the Mets take the lead by a score of 2-1. So Ellis Valentine picking up a 2-run home run, and the Mets taking the lead by a score of 2-1. That is the 8th home run given up by Chris, and the Mets on top for the first time in this series. First time up and flat out to right. Let's look at Valentine's home run. It's a fastball hit to right center, and Valentine strong enough to take it out of the ballpark. At the side he did, and a fine play by George Foster ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit and a walk, and 2 men left on base. And the score at the end of 5, it's the Mets 2 and the Padres 1. Coming up for the Mets, Dave Kingman, Ellis Valentine, and John Stearns. Now here's a word. That is his 22nd double of the season. The leader in doubles is 26. No catchers ever led the National League in 2-base hits.
And the Mets with activity in their bullpen. San Diego out in front. And a looper to the right side. And Perkins with a big gap. He looked to third, had no chance to get Stearns, and stumbled on his way back to first as he just came in the ballgame as a defensive replacement. And the Mets now have the tying run at third, the lead run at first with nobody out. It'll be a hit
again, and it's a check swing. Another lucky break, this time on the Mets side. As you see, Perkins slipped, and now he can't win the race. And if there was any doubt that Hubie Brooks is over that pulled hamstring, it's right there. He just out.
And the Padres draw their infield in. So the Padres, with a couple of breaks in the 5, had 4 straight singles, and he looks at a break lead run into scoring position. And a line shot, fair ball into the corner. This game is tied, and some clown is picking up the ball. Oh, brother. Who is that guy? That has just cost the Mets a run. What is he doing down in the bullpen?
Well, we look at it again. It's a fair ball just inside the line. The ball going by Perkins, the first baseman, down in the corner. This person is on the field, and he actually was trying to get that stool or whatever he had down there out of the way. He is an employee of the Padres, and I don't know whether that will cost the Mets a run or not, but a tough break for the Mets. Bamberger is going out to argue that the umpires have the right to award as many bases as they want on interference like that. And now it's Bruce Fleming in a discussion with George Bamberger.
and that's what they want. But the umpires may bring Brooks out to third. But Staub has tied this ball game up with a double. That could well have been a triple had it caromed off of there. And the guy who interfered with the ball is still standing down there.
There you see it again, the replay. He has something in his hand, a walkie-talkie or whatever. He leaned over and handed it back, and now he is talking on the walkie-talkie.
And they're going to allow the run to score. Backman's going to come out and run. Brooks has not come out. Well, Charlie Williams, I think, is indicating to him to come out. Let's see. So Rusty Staub with an RBI pinch double, his 1400th career RBI, coming off the field as Backman goes in to run for him.
They're going to put Brooks at third base. They're going to rule he could not have gone any further than third, although I haven't seen many times in baseball an umpire award more bases than just the two.
Boy, a big break on the infield hit by Brooks. Then a bad break on what. And Youngblood lines one. Nice stop by the second baseman, and he throws him out. And a fastball is at second and third. Outside. 1-2 pitch. Way inside. Strikes. Loop down the right side. Perkins coming over, but he will not be able to. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on the outside corner.
And now Bob Baylor to try Gary Lucas.
A bunt to the right side. He can't get it. Not in time. The Mets take the lead. A heads-up play by Bobby Baylor. So the Mets finally get Hubie Brooks home.
Well, a surprise bunt by Baylor. The ball looked like it should have been fielded by Lucas. He comes off the mound. It looks like he should field it, but he reaches too late. Flannery can't make the play in time, and on the 2-out bunt, the Mets take the lead by a score of 4-3. And on the play, Backman moved over to third, and the run batted in goes to Bob Baylor.
And Foster, 1-strike pitch, and the Baylor has given the Mets the lead. Way outside, 2-1 pitch. And that makes the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 delivery. Fly ball out to short left. Wynn is there, and that retires the side. But the Mets take the lead here, coming up with 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Hang on to your seats as the Mets lead it by a score of 4-3. This is low, 2-2. Again, this ball. And the count full as that pitch, the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, base hit. To the mound. The sacrifice successful, and the tying run at second base. Right back to the mound. Goes to first, and the runner goes to third with 2 down. So now Templeton, the batter, with 2 out. Cone in the driver's seat here with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. The game is over. Excellent job by Falcone after giving up the leadoff single. Does not allow a ball out of the infield as the Mets come from behind in the 9th and win it, coming up with 2 runs and winning 4-3 as Falcone picks up his first save of the year. So the Mets victorious. We'll be back with the totals and highlights in just a moment.